The Haunting of Blackwood Manor, Part 1. I don't know why I'm even writing this down. Maybe I need to get it out of my head, or maybe I just need someone to believe me. Whatever the reason, if you're reading this, I need you to listen carefully, because what happened to me was real. It started last winter when I got a call from my uncle. He owned an old estate called Blackwood Manor, tucked away deep in the countryside. It was one of those huge Victorian houses, the kind you see in horror movies. Tall windows, ivy creeping up the walls, and a heavy wooden door that groaned when you opened it. The place had been in our family for generations, but no one had lived there in years. My uncle had been trying to renovate it, but workers kept quitting. They said the house was cursed. I didn't believe in that kind of stuff. Ghosts, curses, haunted houses, just fairy tales, right, wrong. Uncle Peter asked me to stay there for a week and document any strange occurrences. He said he was losing too many workers, and he needed proof that nothing was wrong with the house. He offered me good money, and as a broke college student, I couldn't refuse. The first night was quiet. Too quiet. No wind, no creaking floors, nothing. Just me, alone in that massive house. I set up my laptop in the study and started recording voice notes. Day 1. Nothing unusual, just an old house with a lot of history. Then around 2 a.m. I woke up to a noise. A soft rhythmic tapping. I sat up in bed, heart pounding. The sound was coming from the hallway. It was slow, like someone knocking on a door. But there was no one else in the house. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and stepped outside my room. The hallway stretched in both directions, dimly lit by the moonlight filtering through the stained glass windows. I followed the sound. It led me to the end of the hallway, where an old wooden door stood slightly ajar. I pushed it open, revealing a narrow staircase leading to the attic. Now here's the thing. I've seen enough horror movies to know this was a bad idea, but something pulled me forward, an urge I couldn't explain. The attic smelled of dust and old books. Stacks of wooden crates lined the walls, and an old rocking chair sat in the corner. I turned around, ready to leave. Then the chair moved. I swear to God, it rocked back and forth just once. I ran. Back in my room, I locked the door and sat in bed, breathing hard. I told myself it was the wind, a draft, anything but what I knew deep down. Something had moved that chair. I barely slept that night. The next morning, I found something even worse. On my desk, where I had left my laptop, there was a single word written in dust. Leave. To be continued.